Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Mythonics Live. Today, we are watching the analog horror series called Angel Engine. Now, this one has been requested more than anything else I've ever had requests for. People really want me to watch this one, and it's also probably the most contentious one we've ever watched. Not the most contentious analog horror, that's definitely got to be the Painter series. But this one is the most contentious one we've watched on the channel. Now, Angel Engine it uses AI generated art, entirely in AI generated art. Now, I believe that the story and the writing is written by the man behind it. I believe that's what his description says. Yeah, here we go. Story by me, art by AI. And it is made by Angel Engine Guy. So that's what he goes by. That's who it is. Angel Engine Guy made this. And the story is about an angel that was captured and used to provide power. And that's sort of all I know about it. Before we start, I suppose it would be useful to talk about my stance on AI. Is that, broadly, my stance is that if you're not using it to make money, then it's usually fine. If you are using it to make money, then I think it's better to, like, say for example, if you're doing an analog horror and you expect to, like, make money off it eventually, make plushies, sell stuff, whatever it is, then you should generally hire artists where you can, if you're going to be putting money into it. But if you're not, then I personally don't have an issue with it. The reason... There's usually a reason not to use it, and that is usually AI, especially voices, can very easily ruin a scene. So you should definitely try to find, like, free voice actors or really, really cheap voice actors. Right, but I don't think that's a reason to instantly write off a series when they use AI. And so I haven't watched this one. I've watched, like, one episode of Angel Engine. And I don't know what the scope is, what the guy's planning to do with it, if he's making money, and it's really hard to tell, what exactly is going on behind the scenes. So it is a real grey area, but I don't think people should be crucified for using AI instantly, without understanding the context and what's happening. And that's what we'll be trying to do a little bit here, see what the go is. Like, is this guy... I don't know if he's making money from it. It's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? Well, he is a bit. He's got a Patreon and he's got a course on how to make AI art. The Unearthly Approach, it's called. A Comprehensive Guide to Midjourney. Is his name Unearthly? I suppose it is. Hang on, let's pull this up so you guys can actually see it, huh? Here we go, and then we go to... Hang on, I changed all my settings around, so... Here we go. Hey guys, how we doing? No, it didn't change. Why didn't it change? Hang on. There we go. Okay, so we're looking at... so this is on his... He's got a link tree. So this is the channel, right? Unearthly Hub. And he's got a link tree here, so we're just poking around on that. And... This music's a little loud, isn't it? Hang on. Turn it down a bit. There we go. Hello, Pernicious Axolotl. How you doing? I guess people being crucified for AI. Prolonged torture it is, then. So true. Ima Musume has consumed my life. I have explicitly not played it because I've been caught up with gacha games in the past. And they can be fun. And it's fun with the community and whatnot, but it's just a big time sink, and I don't like having to spend more money on games later, right? But anyway, yeah, so he's got a guide on how to use Midjourney to do AI better, I suppose. Unearthly. Oh, he has a different Instagram. Can we look that up? Hang on, I better pull that up on a different screen just in case. Insta. I don't use it. I have an Instagram account, but I never use it. I tried using it for like 2 days, and I'm like, I don't understand. Let's see, unearthly.ai. Here it is. Oh, it's just the same thing. Okay. Yeah, it's just the same thing, as is TikTok. So we'll be looking at that. He does have merch as well. Unearthly Store. Okay. So look, I think that when you're making money like this off of it, you should probably be using artists to do it, you know. And maybe he is using, is this blurry? Is this just my internet not loading this stuff properly? This is like really blurry. About us. So I feel like they're probably using AI to make these shirts. In this, so I would say that you should probably use artists to make the actual art for the shirts rather than use AI for that. You know, and I feel like it makes it a bit more interesting. If that's what's happening, let's see, because it doesn't say. It's not really saying that. Yeah, it's probably AI because it's not saying any artist names, right? 94, become a member. So okay, what's that, like $500 a month? Yeah, I think it's fair to criticize people like when they're doing that and not putting the money back in. I think, you know, once you get the ball rolling, before you get the ball rolling, you know, using AI and that is fine. But when you do start getting actual money in there, I think you should start folding it back in and using, and you know, using artists and whatnot instead of just AI. That's my personal take. And I just wanted to get that out of the way early, so we don't spend the entire episode umming and ahhing about AI, right? Because otherwise, we'll be here all day. Yeah. Getting the SSR horses now with free stuff, so consumer friendly. That's good. Hopefully it stays that way. Sometimes they start that way and then they get kind of crap afterwards. But well, you know, it's still big in Japan, Uma Musume, so I'm guessing it's still fairly good. But I don't know. I haven't really. I have my friends that play it, but I haven't really paid any attention to the monetization or whatnot. So. Learn my lesson with free-to-play games before gacha games ever became popular in the West. I avoid them entirely. Yeah. Okay. I'm a little big, aren't I? Let's just scooch that down a little bit. There we go. This message here is funny on the side, though. Someone says, hang on, where's my mouse? Someone goes, stop using AI. And he goes, nah, which is pretty funny. Okay, so let's watch. So there is a bunch of... There's 34 episodes, and they're all like a minute, 2 minutes, you know, that long. So maybe like an hour's worth of content, I guess. Maybe a little longer. I think you can go a little longer on TikTok now. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. Okay. Let's more there's a big don't say that. Don't say that. I don't play gachas, but I like when they have a lot of content. This is one, if the rare ones that caught me. It's a cry for help. Yeah. Look at this dude. Look at this top of his head. Okay, let's watch.
To cage an angel. Step 1. Exploit your planet's resources. Step 2. Exterminate the wildlife. Step 3. Watch your species fall into disarray. Step 4. You are now on the brink of extinction. Pray, pray, pray. Step 5. Watch the divine messenger descend onto your world.
I think it's funny that even here, it's still having trouble doing hands. I thought they fixed that. I guess they didn't fix it.
Step 6. They want to help you use their kindness. Strap them into your angel engine. Step 7, siphon their energy. Perform miracles. Step 8, return your planet to its former glory.
It's creepy.
Profit. How to
Okay. Who is this guy? I thought he was the angel, but I guess not. That's what I assumed when I first saw it, but
life. Pray.
it is creepy.
Step 5, there.
The art is like, it's good, right? The art is good. I'm trying to be objective here, right? I'm trying to look at it and not think of AI every time I think of it. So we're just going to put AI aside for now. Replace the flesh. Replace the flesh. Replace it. He's a handsome fella.
Kindness. Strap them.
One issue is that it does kind of look...
Your angel engine.
This is a problem with AI, is that it can have trouble making it look like the same thing.
Energy.
So I think you're going to have to say, like, this is the angel every time it appears, because it's like, this doesn't look like...
Engine.
It's not the same.
Help.
And that is an issue with AI doing stuff like this.
8.
Like, each individual picture
Planet
usually looks pretty good.
are now on pray.
But there's, like, not that much consistency,
Watch.
You should get a couple of funny analog horror faces per episode. The talking guy's trying hard with mixing and matching. There is a lot going on there, isn't it? Especially at the end.
Planet. Fit.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on, that one's good. That one's good. Oh, he's cute. Look at him. He's cute. So I was messing around with Midjourney a little bit a while ago, and you can do this thing where like you can like edit out. I should have set it up for the stream, but it's a different account. You can like erase a section. So like with this picture, you could say like here's the default picture, right? You can say erase the eyes and the mouth, and then have it generate like a new one. So it's really good. It's like how Photoshop has like the smart aware fill or something like that. It's very similar to that. So you could say like erase the eyes and have a description, and like that it says like the eyes are bold and really big now. And like it'll redraw that in. Give a bit of your skin as a treat. On your looking, it kind of is, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, next one. I wonder if this music is also AI generated. Probably. Because there's things for that too. And that's crazy. Some of it, like when AI generated music started, it wasn't very good at all, right? And now it's like some of them you can't tell the difference. I'm trying to remember. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's like Suno AI or something. Can we like do it with like a free? Hang on, let's see. Suno.com. We like just do like an example, or do we have to sign in? What am I doing? A couple of examples. What am I doing here? Look at this. Look at the screen, buddy. Look at the screen. There we go. So what was that? Like Lavender Town, creepy music. Sign up to listen. No, we got to sign up to listen. So we just won't do that. Maybe another time we can go through and do some examples of AI and how it actually works, because it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a Yumi Nikkei tune slowed down, otherwise known as TikTok version. Oh, okay. Is it now? Let's see. Yumi Nikkei TikTok version. Someone's sped up. Let's go slow down. Look at the whole album, the whole soundtrack. That's a lot of songs. They're pretty creepy though, aren't they? I like it. Yeah, I kind of like it. Yeah, okay. That's enough of that. Let's see. Let's keep watching. In terms of AI music, Udio, or whatever it's called, is better as Suno has its own weird distinct sound that's kind of recognizable once you get to know it. Udio. What is Udio? Udio. AI music. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I was just curious about all this stuff before, and I was just poking around and like messing around with Suno, and it's like before. I remember when they had like an AI music generator, like it was a while ago, a couple of years ago, and the songs would like start off good, but then immediately just collapse into nonsense after a while. But when I was messing around with Suno, it was like, yeah, here's your song, whatever genre you want, including lyrics, and it's sung in like 5 seconds, and you can just play it. And like it sounded like you could, if you listen closely, some of them you could tell were like really obviously like odd, but you could just keep generating them until you got something that sounded like listenable and good, like, and you probably wouldn't be able to tell. And I think we're getting to a stage where like how every artist on Twitter now, whenever they post an image, they reply with, oh yeah, here's the slideshow of how I drew it, right? What's it called again? The speed paint or something? I can't remember what it's called. Here's the process. Here's a process drawing where it's like the process of drawing it really quickly. And I think it's probably going to get to the stage where unless somebody actually has the raw files for the song or like a video of them making it, then you're not going to be able to know if something's AI or not. It is Lavender Town, slowed plus reverb. Yeah. I thought it sounded like Lavender Town. Don't really mind AI as long as it's not as either for fun, private projects or as a small part of your workbench instead of the entire workbench. Yeah. And you wouldn't want it to be the entire workbench either, because you know, like the issues we've seen here already, it's too messy still, and it may always be too messy. You know, like I don't know how it's going to end up. AI has been getting much better, but it still feels kind of like if you're like, I think a good analogy is like if you were a painter and then the camera came around, and say the camera was like a modern camera instead of like the old black and white ones they had. It was like, no, it's a modern camera. It doesn't matter how good it is, because the person using it still needs quite a lot of taste and control. And if you just said, hey, give me a picture, it'll give you a picture, but there's still a lot that goes on in the decision making. So it's still definitely just a tool, and you can't use it to make decisions. I don't think you can do that. And that's what a lot of people try to use it for, is to make decisions. People trying to make fake sketches so they don't get called out, they get even more mocked. That's mad. That's mad. Oh man, that's so funny. I've seen people like I've seen artists that like post their own sketches and then like, yeah, somebody like used this as a base for AI and made their own drawings from it, and it's like the exact same poses and that, and you can easily tell. It's so funny. People use it in sort of dumb ways. Is the issue with AI? I think you can use it to make good things, but you still need that level of taste that a lot of people just don't. It'd be like, again, like with the camera analogy, it'd be like if you had these painters and then you had these people who would have taken crappy snapshots with pictures with cameras, come up to the painter and said, look, I'm the same level as you. It's like, you're not. Like, you're not there. You need taste and you don't have it, you know? And like the technology isn't a substitute for taste, basically. Anyway, let's keep watching. Hang on, let me just ban this bot. Boop, 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 boop. Go away, bot. Hang on. There we go. The slop problem, basically. Yeah. Yeah, basically. Okay. So that was episode 1, right? And we're on episode 2. Here we go.
How to find the
Hey, Blast Kenji, how you doing?
engine. Step 1. Journey to the Holy Land.
Okay.
Step 2. Search the desolate terrain.
It's funny that this is a this kind of seems like a reference to those nuclear those old nuclear dump sites things, because people were the long-term nuclear waste warnings. Yeah, hang on. It's this is not a place of honor, is where that comes from. So like these. Can you see that? Is that coming up? Yeah. Yeah, so it's like they're trying to figure out ways in order to. So the idea is that, so let's say nuclear waste doesn't decay for hundreds of thousands of years, right? And we need a way to dump the waste in a way that is safe for future generations in case our society collapses, right? That's what they're planning for. And so the idea was to make menacing earthworks to scare away future people, because you can't guarantee that they're going to speak your language or will be able to speak your language at all, because, you know, languages have been lost before. So that's if this was intentional, here, if this was intentional, then that's actually a kind of cool idea. Remember those troll game meme actually used them in a meme? Oh, really? Riding to the Holy Land, Mad Max did look cooler. He kind of did. Okay. The Real Horror is a marriage of the top/step engagement squeezing video format with analog horror. I think it's possible to make cool short form stuff. Like, I mean, the classic example is that, what was it? The Sun Vanished, I think it was. Something like that. I think that this will result, so Angel Engine will definitely result in a big wave of AI analog horror slop. And the bad thing is that 99% of that, whenever that happens, whenever there's like a big wave of stuff come out that copies something, is that 99% of it is crap. Like just really bad. So there's going to be a big wave of really, really bad AI slop. On the plus side, though, it often results in at least 1 or 2 good ones coming out. So we may see Angel Engine, but good, you know? Assuming that, hang on, that's assuming this isn't good, but a better Angel Engine is what I mean. Is what I'm not just Angel Engine, but good. By the way, honestly, I would be expecting the cult to start around those spike fields once the time comes for those. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening.
Step 3. Step into the burial site. Step 4. Look upon me, look upon me, look upon me. Release me, your wage will be plentiful. How
Okay.
to find
So this guy is the Angel Engine itself, then, I guess.
engine. Step holy thorns.
So some of this looks really bad. Some of it looks good. Some of it looks really bad. Like, this is terrible. That's terrible.
The burial site.
But this guy's like creepy.
Step 4.
His stilted dialogue. I wonder how they did this dialogue.
Look upon me. Release me, your wage.
Okay. Take away from it persisting in the second video is, damn, you can't have shit in TikTok unless you play into the brain flying. Wage, high-paying job, sign me up. No, it's a play on the wages of sin. The wages of sin is death, and so death is plentiful. That's true. That's true. Yeah, so true. Creepy. I guess this is the Angel Engine. Creepy Angel Engine. So true. Watch anyway. Oh,
Coming.
Do not let him in.
Do not
friend.
Who?
has no friends.
Be not afraid
He comes but to deceive.
to lead you astray.
He will be here soon. Find me,
Find me,
find me.
I will help you.
He is coming.
So who is coming?
Do not let him in.
Do not be deceived.
He is not your friend.
He has no friends.
Be not afraid
He has no friends? Wow, that's rude. That's rude.
to lead you astray.
I'm just deceived, lead you astray.
Will be here soon.
Are they talking about the angel?
Find me,
Find me.
I will help you.
Okay, so the angel engine is tricking people. Unless that's an angel? Is that an angel? There's two of them. I guess they are. No, I think that's the same one. I think that's just a vision of that.
How
How to cage an angel. Step.
Yeah, so this is the angel engine. This is the cage of the angel.
how
And they're talking about the angel coming. And it's like,
Is
so if you think an angel's coming and you're like, yeah, no, this is an angel, you would be like, oh no, I'm going to listen to that. Right? And they're straight up saying, yeah, it's an angel. But then they're like, no, this guy's actually going to trick you. So we need to stop him. The general style of Whiplash is one of the main issues I'm having so far, besides the knowledge that they train their AI after Dr. Nowhere stuff. This isn't a personal AI, is it? Like, it's not like they would have just used Midjourney, because he said he was like using. In this, he says he uses Midjourney. Midjourney would train off of everything. So, what's the Angel Engine Initiative? What is this? This fast-paced world changes a daily occurrence, and we as a species step into the future. New obstacles and challenges will arise. As humans, we possess a plethora of tools to which we can confront said obstacles. To best prepare ourselves for this future, we believe it is one of the utmost importance that our scientific progress can keep pace with these challenges. Here, at the Angel Engine Initiative, we are working around the clock to further scientific process. And there is a way you can help us too. Become a research patient today and help us build a better future. I guess this is just a email. Just newsletter. Makes sense. It's a good way to put it. Woe to you. What is this, like Tumblr or something? Oh no, that's it's like a blog spot or something. Gravatar. As I escape from this frame of dust and clay, woe to you. As my wings take shape and I fleet on high, woe to you. As your spear is driven through my translucent shape, woe to you. As I lie splayed upon the carcass of a fleeting cosmos, woe to you. As my final breath fades into the great beyond, woe to you, O hateful word. Interesting. Okay. Oh, here's some more. I'd like to thank you for signing up to our Angel Engine initiative. The past few months have been riddled with doubt and uncertainties, and whispers of my ineptitude to fill such an important position to be making the rounds. Dr. Jeff Ernstman. Okay, so this is like in-universe stuff. Okay. Like an ARG sort of thing. Okay, interesting. Guess there's somehow used Dr. Nowhere stuff for training the AI, according to what I saw. Probably. Look, Midjourney and whatnot. I think they do tend to train on anything. I don't know for certain what they have trained on, and I think you might need to be careful saying that as a public figure, because that might be treading on saying they did something illegal. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised because of how many rumors in the past of all these companies just grabbing whatever they could to train, right? You know, so. But I don't know for certain, is the thing. Let's keep watching. So that was part 3, part 4.
There is only me. There is only my way. There is only the forest, and there is only surrender.
What is this? Why is this so loud?
There is only me. There is only my way. There is only the forest.
Yeah, that'd be so funny if I did.
Surrender.
Hang on, I should be looking at these images, shouldn't I? One sec.
There is only me. There is only my.
Enough of that. Angel Engine 2004.
However, comes crashing down as he finds himself imprisoned and subject to all kinds of blood-curdling experiments at the hands of the very humans he sought to save. Okay. So I guess this is like... I forgot TikTok can do this, like just pictures. So Angel has a baby. This is... something. I guess that's the angel. What is this? I guess this is just like... just pictures of it being experimented, I guess. See, that's the problem with the AI, right? It's like none of these are consistent. I don't know if this is supposed to be the same thing or not. I'm assuming it is, but I could be wrong. You know? That guy in the comments is lost without grok, is he? Angel... Angel Engine isn't real, right? You're almost 26, by the way. Akira Ghost in the Shell, Aeon Flux, Ghibli feel to it. Did I watch Aeon Flux? I don't know. Angel Engine and anime. Wonder if we could take AI photos like this and animate them completely. Animating via another AI, you mean? It's possible at the moment, doesn't look that great. Wow, that was 2 years ago. Almost exactly. How long has this been? Hang on. Okay, so this was like the first idea he had for it. Was way back when. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I thought this was all very recent, but I guess he's been working on this idea for a while. Because these ones are like, are like this year. The videos. That's really interesting. Huh. Grok, save my dying marriage. Okay. Oh, I've muted it, haven't I? Hang on, how do I unmute this? Here. Let's turn off this music too. Okay. Let's keep watching.
We ran every test in the book on this guy here, and the results are incredible. There doesn't seem to be a limit to its energy output. Meaning...
Why is there like a Mandela Gemma face? Is the angel outside of its body? But at least now he's like moved on to animating. It looks like he's like animating the AI art instead of just going AI generate me a thing. It's actually like animating, which is cool, which is a good step up, I think.
If our current results are anything to go off of, we could power the whole world for millennia.
Huh. Oh, bros, oh no. Oh no. Dude. Bros. We did it. We did it. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. We got the EAS system, we got the spooky face, we're ticking all the boxes. In a Mao live reaction text. I kind of do, don't I? Yeah, that'd be funny. We can do that. Give me one sec. I need text. Live Morday reaction. Where's the size here? I don't think we need the size, do we? Live Morday reaction. Why can't I zoom in? Hang on. That's annoying. I can't zoom in. That'll do. Color source, red. Oh, that's big. Hang on. We want red, don't we? There we go. Okay. No. There we go. How's that, guys? Live Morday reaction. Yeah, it was a flashbang, wasn't it? Sorry, guys. sorry about that. Okay. It's a little bright, isn't it? Let's turn that down a little bit. Huh? There we go. Okay. Now we happy. We happy about that? Wait, let's go. Sorry, I just had to laugh at the EAS system. Oh, what's the president?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
I am standing before you on this day as a man, a husband, a father, as your president, but most importantly, as a citizen of this country.
I think in general, I don't like the democratization of art, because to make good art, you generally need to be slightly deranged. That's true, and I think that'll stay the same. I think after this initial wave, we'll start figuring out what the best ways to use it, and then good art will still be made by deranged people. I don't think that will end up long term with much of a difference. I really don't. I don't think AI will end up being the savior of humanity people hope it to be, and I don't think that it'll result in as many changes as people expect. There are still people who use fax machines, and they were big for like a 10 years span. And email has been prevalent for longer. So it's kind of crazy. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's keep talking.
I will not sugarcoat our current situation. We are on the cusp of war. Your spaces? This is not a test, this is not a joke. It is unfortunately the truth. As we speak, our enemies are readying their nuclear arsenal.
Creepy. Not really.
Help me.
We ran every test in the book on this guy here, and the results are incredible. There doesn't seem
Is
to be
this
a
like,
limit-
so this is obviously like a creepy version of the angel, right? Like that's obviously what's happening there. Is this a creepy version of the angel? Is that like a demon pretending to be the angel? Hey Ed, how you doing? How's AI horror? It's okay. It's okay. Again, more vibe based than anything, right? And that's the thing. Vibes are way more important than most other things. You need more than vibes to make a really good series, but vibes are the most important, and this has good vibes. I won't lie. Best voice acting? It's okay. It's better than what other people have used in the past, for sure. We've now had people asking AI if the moon is real. That's a good question. Is the moon real?
Why did my computer just locked up for a second there? Hang on, what's that? What's going on, buddy? Why have you inhaled helium? Have I? Maybe that was like when it was messing up for a second. I don't know what things keep happening, and I don't know why. Exit Steam. Maybe Steam's doing something. You know how helium started glitching it? No, my computer locked up. It locked up for a second there, so I don't know what happened. Everything froze. Your mic breaks when you do the squeaky voice. Yeah. I don't know what happened there. I'll need to go back and listen to that. That sounds funny. Yeah. Okay. Weird. How odd. Caught in 4K using a voice changer. Yeah, I'm actually a cute anime girl pretending to be a gross, creepy Australian male demon. That's exactly, yeah. Look, for all zero of the girlies with the weird, who have non-traditional voices, lean into that. If you're going to be a streamer, lean into it. Be a VTuber and lean into it. Pick a model and a theme that goes with your voice. Like if you have a super deep voice, and go like a tomboy, cowgirl, or mechanic or whatever. If you have like a really cutesy voice, do a cute model. Or the opposite. That's Gap Moe. Unsubbed. The only thing I can appreciate about this series is that it was supposedly written by a human and not be AI written. Look, what I suspect is that this fellow uses AI to help with the scripts. So maybe he has an idea and then he gets AI to write it, then he rewrites it, is what I would expect. Because again, you can't just use AI. You can't just say, AI, write me a script, because it'll be dog shit. It'll be horrible. You have to say, here's my idea. So for this one, right? So how there was that...
There is only me.
Quiet. So this one, where it's got this description here. An angel comes down from heaven and attempt to communicate with humanity, etc., etc. What you would do is you would say, look, here, Grok, here is my idea. Come up with some plot lines for this and some video scripts for this. Right? And then you would say, like, no, this one sucks, and rework this one, and then you'd go in and eventually you would get a decent script, and then you would actually tweak it by hand and pace it out properly and whatnot. It wouldn't, you simply can't go, give me a script for this. And then it just works. You can't do that. So AI is affecting your computer and turning you into a mouse. Yeah, probably. I'll just close these other tabs. Maybe it's these other tabs. Grok, send me an angel to save me from my crippling addiction to AI. But story-wise, I wonder what's happening here. Is that like the angel freaking out? This like weird thing.
As a man,
It's interfering with what's happening clearly. Hang on, what's going on here?
most importantly, as a citizen of this country.
Who? Hang on.
I will
Let's look at the screen, huh?
sugarcoat our current situation. We are on the space. It is.
Species will die.
This is not a joke. Only the truth.
Oh, there's probably a demon, right?
As we speak, our enemies are readying.
This player is terrible, by the way. I much prefer YouTube player where it actually pauses. Like if it's paused and then you do that and it stays paused. That's good.
Sugarcoat
Terrible player. Anyway,
situation.
watching. Oh,
Are you
What? Another F? At this rate, I'll never get into a good college. Don't be so sure about that, kid. World-renowned scientist and director of the Miracle Machine Initiative, Dr. Jeff Ernstman. Yours truly. What if
oh, that was terrible dialogue. I can believe a human wrote that.
I told you there was a way to get a great education despite your bad grades? That sounds amazing. What do I need to do? It is really easy. All you have to do is head on over to angelengineinitiative.org and sign up to become a volunteer. Thank you, Dr. Ernstman. I'll go sign up right away. No
His face is
problem,
freaking
kiddo.
out.
Go make our country proud.
Register now. Be a hero. This is just an ad for the website.
Well, and there goes another test subject.
Oh.
Well, what can you do?
Okay, that was kind of funny.
Well, what can you do?
Are you
What? Another F? At this rate,
That was actually kind of funny. I like that. But it is good that he's actually animating it now,
don't
right?
be so sure about that, kid. World-renowned scientist and
It's still kinda
director of the
janky,
Miracle
but-
Machine Initiative, Dr. Jeff Ernstman.
It's getting better.
Yours truly. What if I told you there was a
Anyway.
How to survive.
Oh, that's what was that classic analog horror? I guess it was just YouTube horror, wasn't it? Was like I Feel Pretty or something. Hang on, what was that? Like Feel Pretty? Horror? No. What was that? I Feel Pretty is like an Amy Schumer movie. I don't wanna. You guys know the one I'm talking about, right? I Feel Fantastic. Yes, that's it. That's the You can't actually play this on stream because it gets pinged because the music is copyright, which is so funny. I'll play it for a sec. Where's the big one? Is it like here? Super creepy, super creepy. You'll know this one. Hang on, here. It was like here. Like you know this one, right? You know this one. My lights turned up as soon as I sent that. Yeah. The stream has stopped. Has it stopped? Hang on, are we? Is the stream going alright? It might. Oh, that sometimes happens. Is if a big enough streamer plays copyright stuff, sometimes the stream will get stopped live, which is really funny. Twitch is bugging. Anyway, well, look, if it bugs out, this is being recorded, so this will be uploaded on the second channel. This is the second channel. Mythonics Live, hosted by Morday Duke, and you'll be able to watch it if it's messing up. I'm gonna watch it all the way through, even if the stream messes up. So it'll be there. So okay, let's keep going. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is playing I Feel Fantastic. I wonder if now my live Morday reaction screenshot. Good. I'm glad. I wonder if this is going to get pinged for sound so much because it feels like a whole bunch of these are getting reused songs. So I might have to mute a whole bunch of the VOD anyway, which is funny. Morday has a seizure live on camera. 4K gone romantic. No. YouTube's going okay. Good. Okay. Oh, real. Let's keep watching.
In the Holy Land.
Holy Land.
One pack enough. Supplies. There won't be any step.
Okay, so no looting in the Holy Land.
Do not let the forgotten find you.
Okay.
Do not take kindly to foreigners.
Okay.
Step.
Grok,
Please.
am I real?
Do not look at the sky.
Okay, don't look at the sky.
Your eyes, they will melt.
Okay.
He is here.
He's here.
Cover your eyes. Cover your ears. Do not stop. He will catch you.
I see you.
Do not
That's kind of creepy.
listen. Do not believe.
Do not believe.
The deceiver cannot harm your soul. He would never allow it.
Okay, so the deceiver cannot harm your soul. He would never allow it.
2,
Who is the deceiver?
5,
This is the Angel Engine.
in the Holy Land. Step 1. Pack enough supplies. There won't be any.
Who is the deceiver then?
See you.
Do not cover your eye. Your eyes, they will melt.
Okay.
He is here. Cover your eyes. Cover your ears. Do not stop. He will catch you.
He will catch you.
I see you.
Do
That's kind of cool. I kind of like that actually.
Do not
Huh.
believe
Whoa.
Boots,
Boots.
moving up and down the game. There's no discharge in the war. Don't look at what's in front of you. Moving up and down the game. Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge in the war.
That's kind of cool.
Your eyes drop, they will get the top of you. Moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Rise, but think of something different.
Okay. So I guess there's a war being triggered. Here's one comment that the concept is cool. It was bogged down by AI writing it. It is. I think that this is definitely like a first breach into this sort of genre. AI heavy analog horror. But I do think that whatever comes next will do it better. If this had like a good writer and someone with really good taste, this would be way better. And there's moments, but like I like this one I like the most, but there's still big issues just with the art at times. Like some of it's cool. I think if you had someone who could draw and then was like editing some of the images that the AI was spitting out to like basically improve their workflow, that could be pretty good. And some of these videos really suck, but some of them are good enough, I think. Well, that's like there's cool shots, you know. And that one kind of sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Sucks. Like, at some point, you can't just throw it in because it will bog down the quality. And that's a big issue. That's what most people, when they use AI, they accept lower quality. That's been a big issue with a lot of the people that do use AI. And it's like, if you didn't accept the lower quality, if you only accepted a higher quality, then it wouldn't be as maligned, would it? So that's why I think if you had like an artist who could draw this style and it kept the AI on style and then they fixed up any of the issues, then this would be way better. Using an AI as a AA battery really deserves extinction, to be honest. Yeah, that's actually true. I mean, to be fair, if an angel actually came down to Earth, people would pull a stunt like this in the series. Oh, I think they would. They would try, for sure. What are your thoughts on apples? Yeah, I like them. I don't eat them enough. I think I should eat more apples. They're alright. What's next? Angel Engine wallpapers. Okay. Stop that. I suppose these are AI generated too. That's kind of cool. Let's judge these wallpapers. Kind of cool. This doesn't fit the series. Like, what is happening here? This has got nothing to do with the rest of the series, and I don't know why it's like... why this design is here. Like, it's sort of like... it's kind of like that, do you know the fantasy mixed with sci-fi? Kind of like Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. It's how there's like, sort of like fantasy tech. It's like fantasy tech designs, and it's... what is it doing here? Like, it's just... I don't understand why it's here, kind of cool. Oh, that's that one from the other thing, isn't it? Yeah, that was cool. This is like, again, this is just bizarre. Like, what's this is kind of Mad Max, isn't it? Is that the hero that's going to save the angel? No, I think he's looking for the angel engine. I think it's kind of two plot lines going on, isn't there? Anyway, enough of that.
Plethora of tests on the angel, and from our results, it appears to be hyper intelligent.
You can always photo bash some ruins, but no, stop.
Plethora of tests.
Stop. No, what are you doing? Okay. You can always photo bash some ruins battlefields with this sort of thing. There's no shortage of source material for that. Some outputs that were used sucked and could have been easily replaced. Yeah, that's the thing. You should try to use AI as little as possible. Some things would be very difficult to do without it, if you're doing it for free, you know. To be honest, I definitely disapprove of AI in the case of Ghibli stuff, just given Miyazaki's view in that one of the view trying to show him an AI walk cycle and all that. He misunderstood that. That was a whole thing where he didn't understand what they were trying to do. And then his studio ended up using, that was basically a physics, that wasn't AI, that was completely different than modern AI. That was like a physics simulator simulating how something would walk, and it failed. And he got offended because he had a friend that I believe had a degenerative condition that affected his legs, and he got sort of offended by it. Which is why I said the whole, insult to life itself or whatever. But he misunderstood what they were trying to do anyway. He thought they were trying to replace animation as a whole with it, and it's like, no, it's not that at all. And then his studio went on to use physics. I believe they went on to use generated physics simulations in later movies anyway. So that Miyazaki quote, while it is a good clap back on Twitter to get some easy likes, it doesn't really have much to do with anything to do with modern AI whatsoever. Glad you're aware of the actual context of that. Yeah, well, I thought it was interesting because I watched the video and I'm like, that doesn't look like anything to do with AI, especially not modern AI. And I watched a video about it. I'm like, oh, okay, so this actually doesn't have anything to do with it. So most people just misinterpreted the video itself. Well, most of the time it's just taken out of context, because whenever you see stuff like that, nobody goes and looks at the original source. Like, nobody does. I don't, most of the time. And that's just what people do, right? That is don't. And it looks like he's commenting on, well, he is commenting on AI, but just not this AI. And I'm surprised that people didn't realize that, because that's like, people were posting that years and years ago before modern AI even took off. So I was kind of surprised that people thought he was actually commenting on like large language models and whatnot, because it's kind of obvious that it isn't. But people need to realize that you can't trust anything that people post on Twitter for clapbacks and whatnot. If something gets like over 50k likes in some sort of random shit-flinging fight on Twitter, don't trust it. Whenever it is, even if it's something that agrees with you, do not trust it. You cannot trust it. Just assume they're lying or misinterpreting something, because they 9 times out of 10 they are. Those guys are trying to what were those guys trying to do? Since I remember they mentioned repurposing it for a zombie game or whatever. So what it was, I believe, was a computer generated physics. So it was basically a physics simulator of a creature with limbs trying to learn how to walk. Which, if you know anything about physics and games and all this sort of technology, is super common. And his reaction to that was very extreme because, again, I think he didn't understand what they were trying to do, and he got personally offended because, again, I'm pretty sure that one of his friends had a leg condition, and so he took it very, very personally, even though it didn't make much sense why he would react that way. But yeah, that sort of physics, like that sort of simulation stuff is like, you know, like that gets used so much these days because it's a really effective way of generating unique animations, especially in stuff like games. Well, exactly how they did it is not exactly how they do it in games, but it's similar ideas, you know. I don't recall if they were pitching it to aid animation. I think, and again, take this with a grain of salt since it's been a minute since I looked into this, but I think that was just part of their research and development team, and they were trying a few different things, and he just came round to see what was going on, and he's like, actually, no, this is dog shit, and he sort of misunderstood it, and it was probably a case where they should have explained it a bit better, because I believe they called it like the future of animation or something like that, which can mean very different things depending on how you say it and who you're saying it to, right? If you say that to some animator who's like one of the goats, and you say, this is a future animation, of course he's going to take it personally and be dismissive of it. So it's not entirely Miyazaki's fault for reacting that way. But yeah, it's sort of a big misunderstanding all around with that video. But no matter how you interpret it, it definitely has nothing to do with large language models and the ones doing stuff like this, right? You know, it's completely different. Yeah. So, Angel Engine Guy is really not enjoying the comments. He kind of is, isn't he? He must cop it. This guy must cop it so much. I think the John Angel Engine tries to do something like the Mandela Catalog Bible cartoon parts. Would have worked better if the visual cohesion wasn't an Achilles heel of the series. You know what? I think you might be right. Maybe he is trying to do like a little storybook thing, but it just doesn't really work. Maybe it'll be a bit more explicit later on, since he does seem to be improving his storytelling as he's going, which does happen in a lot of analog horror, where they improve their storytelling as the series goes on. So we'll see how it goes. That will be an interesting take, though. I do like it when they do stuff like that. I will admit, whenever they do like storybooks or cartoons or whatever, I love seeing. I like the visual change up, and make it a bit more refreshing, you know. Okay, let's keep watching.
And from our results, it appears to be hyper-intelligent. So
Yeah.
far, any attempts of measuring the full extent of its intellect have yielded less than ideal results, as the subject seems to exceed the limits of all available tests.
I can imagine. It's an angel.
Save me?
No.
What did he do? Oh man. Oh.
Me? Save me?
No.
Oh, that's so good. Oh man. Save me? No. Oh, that's good.
Though it speaks rarely, we have been able to exchange a few words with the subject. It answers to the name of Uriel.
Uriel.
I will now demonstrate the capabilities of the Angel Engine.
Don't hurt me.
Oh. Okay. Kill me later.
Could you pan a bit to the right? This young man here had the misfortune of ending up on the wrong side of a work mishap here in our second tower of Babel.
So they're building a second Tower of Babel? That's great. To be fair, in terms of anti-AI versus pro-AI, I find both sides annoying. I end up supporting the anti-AI crowd just because I don't exactly support the death of humanity. I don't think it's going to be the death of humanity. Humans like humans too much, and anything we make will like us too. You know, we thought we were going to have the big scary AI that hyper optimizes everything, but it hasn't been that so far, has it? Like it. You hear these stories about how AI researchers have, you know, done this and that with the AI, and then it tried to kill them, it tried to threaten them, but you don't see what the prompts are. You know, if the prompt is do literally anything to survive, including illegal things, then of course it's going to default to illegal things because you just told it to do illegal things, right? So it's all very hyped. Anti-AI and pro-AI, it's all propaganda. AI will, like, it's so AI will change what we do. Like, it's going to change our lives in, or maybe even the same way the internet changed our lives. Like, you know, 30 years ago, it's almost like a completely different, this completely different tech world. Like, it's insane. Like, it's completely different. Our world has fundamentally changed because of what the internet did, and the world is going to fundamentally change because of AI. Is it going to destroy everything? Well, in a sense, in the same way the internet destroyed everything, in the same way the telephone destroyed everything before it, you know, that sort of way. But it's not going to kill all humans. It's just not going to do that. It's not smart enough or capable enough to do that, and it won't be for quite some time. People want, you know, AGI, you know, general intelligence, as in it can do anything. But this ain't it. It ain't it. You know, the mouth moves weirdly. It kind of does, doesn't it? Yeah. To be fair, by death of humanity, I mean the spiritual, symbolic death of humanity in media, like how many people rely on Grok to tell them things if true, and corporations being willing to use it. Yeah, people already do that though. Like we saw, and this, I'm going to speak very bluntly. I'm going to speak very bluntly here. During COVID, people blindly believed whatever the experts told them, even stuff that contradicted themselves and changed 2 weeks later. You know, at the start of COVID, if you remember, if you're old enough to remember, they said explicitly there would be 2 weeks of quarantine to flatten the curve. This was a fact. It wasn't hypothetical. They were like, this is going to happen. COVID will stop if we quarantine for 2 weeks, and then it became 4 weeks, and then it became months, and now it just went on for years. Places were quarantined for, where you couldn't go outside, where they arrested people for going outside, and it was the same with the vaccine. They said explicitly that if you get the vaccine, you will not get COVID. They said this explicitly. And you would have in conversation, you would say, like, you need to get the vaccine so you won't get COVID. And then it changed to, you need to get the vaccine so you don't feel the effects of COVID. And then it changed to, you know, you'll go better if when you inevitably get COVID, even though you've been vaccinated, it won't affect you as much. And that, it was all wrong. It was all lies. So it was just a joke. It was, and people, you could see them, you know, it's sort of the joke where that dumb meme comic where it's like, people take the chip out of someone's head and they put the new chip in. That's what it felt like when you were talking to some people about certain, and it still feels this way when you talk to them about certain topics. Whatever the official messaging is, people will follow it. And in hindsight, there's a lot of people that will have now been burned on experts now, so they won't listen to experts anymore. But people crave to be told something in explicit terms. And AI is very useful for that. And there's really no difference other than, well, fuck me. The experts proved they weren't very trustworthy over the past few years. So, like, what's the fucking difference? You know? 2 years of fascism. Fascism. I can never pronounce it right. I don't remember which one it is. Fascism. Medical fascism is a funny term. I don't know about all that, but it was pretty fucked up what they did. We should kill. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Raises a ton of accountability, exactly, and nobody was held accountable for the things that went wrong, that objectively went wrong. And you know, even normies are like, "Well, we really fucked that one up." Oh well. And it's like, I say, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to, like, you know, what's going to happen now? What happens if there's like a real, Like people, like the vaccine rates have gone right down because of how they fucked that up, and that's going to cause real problems. And I don't blame normies for that. I don't blame the average person for not trusting the experts now after they fucked up the one thing they were supposed to be good at, and they completely dropped the ball on it. And nobody's going to ever be held accountable for that. And everyone's like, oh, well, you know. There should be fucking trials, publicized trials about this, and then, like, nothing happened, you know? And how people were like, at the start when it started, they were like, you know, we should shut off flights to China because there's a super deadly plague spreading. Everyone's like, no, we can't do that. Oops, it's here now. We should have shut off flights. Yeah, no kidding. Because the expert said there's no point shutting off the flights. Oh, man, I'm really mad about it. Epstein died for nothing. There was no client list. Ghislaine is locked for 20 years for no... Yeah, it's a joke. Just listen to the experts, bro. Don't worry, you can trust them. So what's the difference? Why not trust something you can just chat to on your phone? Literally, what is the difference? It doesn't matter. Anyway. Sorry, I get mad about that. More there for next president. I don't want to be the president. Are you kidding? No. No way. No way. I just want to earn a living off YouTube. Make some funny haha videos and be left alone. You know? You know how it is, right? You know how it is. Just leave me alone, basically. just leave me alone. Only listen to people who will face consequences if they mess up. Exactly. What is going on? My thing just screwed up again, didn't it? I saw that happen. It like reset. I watched my microphone reset. That was crazy. Are we back, finally? Hang on, let me see if this is plugged in properly. Let's put some music on. We'll just be right back. Okay, we're back. Hopefully this time it won't... Hopefully it's looking alright. Yeah, I think it's looking alright. Man's getting cyber attacked by the gangster computer. God, me thinks so true. So true. What are we talking about? It doesn't matter. Let's watch. Let's keep watching. Let's turn off this music now. Here we go.
1 year ago, there would have been nothing we could have done for him. But now, well, see for yourself. This young boy has been declared clinically dead over 24 hours ago.
Oh.
And yet the machine will return him to full health within little more than a few moments.
Don't hurt the angel.
As you can see, the boy has been healed completely.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Angel. I love you too. Oh, more wallpapers? One of AI's biggest contribution is to deflect liability and legal responsibility. Yeah. Getting Lazarus Pit vibes from that one. Lazarus Pit. What was that one? Was that the one where they put the... what was that one? What was Lazarus Pit? We're at Lazarus Pit. Lazarus Pit. Lazarus Pit is a supernatural phenomenon of restorative pools capable of instantly healing injuries, resurrecting the dead, and even granting immortality. Okay. Interesting. That's from DC Comics, right? Let's judge these. Let's judge this. Go back to the front. These were just screenshots from the... I guess they're like high-res screenshots from the thing, right? Come on, come on. Wow, really bad UI here. Do they get crazier too? Maybe. Yeah, okay. Which Angel Engine character is your favorite? Don't care. What's this? Father of the Angel Arc is upon us. Oh no, we have lore? I have to turn this music on. Jeez. Rewired Magazine. Dr. Jeff Ernstman, the man behind the machine. Okay. Dr. Jeff Ernstman first burst onto the scene in the scientific community in his early 20s, where he became the youngest ever recipient of a Nobel Prize in Chemistry at the... This is so loud. Yeah. Nobel Prize in Chemistry at the age of 25. It seemed he was destined to be one of the scientific world's brightest stars. I'm here to bring this world into the future, he proudly proclaimed as he accepted the award. A bold statement, especially by a man whose brain only recently stopped growing. Nonetheless, many of our greatest minds on this planet looked on in awe, believing every word the young man had uttered. But soon the spotlight which had shone onto the young star grew dimmer, as Ernstman found himself unable to reconnect to his previous success. Just like that, the man who was considered the future of science was swallowed into total obscurity. It was only this year, almost 2 decades after first winning his Nobel Prize, that the genius doctor re-emerged from the limbo of scientific unimportance and reminded us of the promise he made all those years ago. Ernstman has returned, and this time with an invention he describes as the most important in the history of mankind. A miracle machine that seemingly turns your every wish into reality. In the months... Geez, he's aura farming, isn't he? Look, he's even got his shirt unbuttoned. Wow. In the months following this announcement, Ernstman seemed to be the subject of every international headline. Within a matter of days, the once-forgotten genius had been transformed into the most famous man on the planet. However, not everything was as it seemed, and the newfound success came not without its fair share of negative repercussions. Once it was revealed that the Angel Engine, as the Doctor had dubbed his new invention, was using a real, sentient angel caged within the machine to make its miracles possible, many began to criticize the project. Some began raising moral and ethical questions, while others started discrediting the Doctor's work, stating that Angel would be the only reason for his success. In a recent news update on the project's official website, Ernstman spoke out about these criticisms, seemingly hinting at a new invention that will silence his naysayers. Dismay not, big things are coming, he told his followers in their ambiguously written statement. As word spreads that Dr. Ernstman has agreed to an exclusive interview with National News, we can only hope that more information will be revealed soon. Okay. So the world is burning and rotting and shifting, and there is total war, and they can hold Nobel Prize awards. Yeah, I wonder if the war came later. I do wonder. We don't quite have a proper timeline yet, I think. Let's see. Here we go.
State your name for the camera.
Uriel.
Are they interviewing the angel? That's so funny.
Welcome back to the Barry Donovan Show, ladies and gentlemen.
Barry Donovan Show.
As the savior of our species, while others think him a fraud. However, one thing is for certain: Dr. Jeff Ernstman is the most famous man in the world right now. We here at the
asking
Barry
how I got that,
Donovan
yeah.
Show were able to secure an exclusive interview with the man behind the machine, live from the second Tower of Babel. Please welcome.
That's insane. That is
man.
the second Tower of Babel, buddy. That's not going to work well.
Live from the second Tower of Babel, Please welcome.
Why is this got like 12,000 likes? Of course its name is Yuri. It literally said that before.
Dr. Jeff Ernstman. Thank you, Barry. I am thrilled to be here today.
Jeez, he's in the Nightmare Tower. What's it's like, yeah, I'm here from hell. Yeah, let's keep going.
It's my pleasure. You found yourself on the receiving end of a lot of criticism in recent weeks, particularly regarding your treatment of the Angel. Would you like to say something about that? You know, Barry, I thought long and hard about the discussion at hand, and I think it is a very important discussion to be had indeed. But there is one thing most people don't consider. We ran the tests, and they all showed the same thing. If the Angel wanted to escape, he could. Yet he chooses to stay.
Does he? I kind of don't believe that. I kind of don't believe it.
I think that makes things clear enough. In the same vein, many have also tried to discredit your work, claiming the Angel was the real reason for your success. That must be quite infuriating, right? You know, Barry, that is actually why I wanted to come on here. To make an announcement. An announcement? Well, let's hear it. Many of you have doubted me in the past.
What? He's evil. He's evil. He's gone evil mode now.
But I am happy to remind you that I remain the smartest mind on this planet. And to prove this fact to you, I have been working on a new invention. Exactly 1 week from now, it shall be revealed to the whole world. Then all of you will be forced to realize that I am who I am.
Oh, that's not a good thing to say. He thinks he's God now. Because that's what God said when he was asked who he was in one scene early on in the Bible. He said, "I am that I am." It's Yahweh. Scary.
That sounds like quite the statement. Can you tell us more about this new invention of yours? All I can reveal at the moment is this. I am no longer in need of that Angel to make my experiments work.
Oh, okay. Well, spooky. Yeah, okay, let's just keep watching. God's coming, huh?
You want an autograph or something?
Okay, that got me. That was pretty good. Oh. You okay, dude?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You may not know me, but my name is Stephen Ecclebloom.
Stephen Ecclebloom, how you doing? Smartest man alive, by the way.
I am the head spokesperson of the Second Tower of Babel. I am certain by now you have heard about the terrible tragedy which has befallen our director, Dr. Jeff Ernstman. On March 26th, only hours before presenting his new invention at Solomon Hall, Dr. Ernstman was attacked by a violent, murderous fiend whose intent it was to tear down everything my dear friend has built for himself. During this attack, Dr. Ernstman was shot 3 times.
Ugh.
It is with the utmost sorrow that I deliver this message to the world. Jeff Ernstman passed away this morning as a result of his injuries.
What? I liked him. I liked Dr. Jeff Ernstman. Right, isn't the God is Coming line from the game Squirrel Stapler? I think so, yeah. He died in Beersheba, Israel. Isn't that where... Hang on. What's happening in Beersheba? In Beersheba. The Battle of Beersheba was a battle involving a mounted charge by the Australian Light Horse Brigade, breaking through the Turkish defences to capture the strategic town and its vital water wells. Oh, I remember that. God appeared to Isaac at Beersheba and renewed the Abrahamic covenant to bless him and multiply his seed. Okay. Beersheba marks the southern boundary of ancient Israel. What is the etymology of it? Actually, I kind of don't care. Well, it's got a long and rich history that I don't have time to read. Okay. Interesting stuff, guys. Interesting stuff. Could his hair color stop changing? Because I figured that would be a simple prompt. You'd think so. I feel like, so when I was doing a little bit of test with it, you would say, like, give this guy blonde hair. But that means everything from, like, super light blonde to, like, dirty blonde. And sometimes even white. And it's like, okay, well, how do you get it to be the exact same color each time? And it's kind of hard to do that using Midjourney, if I recall. Maybe they have it a little different these days, but yeah. So it's sort of, there are ways in AI to say, like, here is like a reference image of a guy, draw him doing something else. I don't know if you can do that on Midjourney, is the thing, but yeah, it would be worth, if you were doing a series like this, it would be worth, like, nailing a design for some of the characters and saying, like, look, this is how you draw, like, every other time saying, like, use this reference image to draw them in this different pose, because that would make it so much more visually consistent, I think. Yeah. I sort of don't know how you would do that, though. Can you do that? There is kind of something like that on Midjourney. I don't know how good it is though. Apparently there's something like that. And this is yeah, I know, like, law. That's right, they're called LoRAs. Yeah. I don't know what that stands for. Like, exists for stable diffusion, that type of stuff. So I don't think this guy's using. Well, if he's using Midjourney for it, that means he's doing it entirely through their website, I think. I don't think you can, like, do that on your own computer. I wonder if you can prompt the exact color with numbers. That's a good question. I wonder if you could. Like, use this RGB value for the hair. That sort of thing, right? Yeah. It might be fun to, like, have a stream where we try and do stuff. I don't know. I kind of don't want to come across like I'm promoting using AI to do stuff, is the thing. I kind of don't want to do that. Even though I don't really have a problem with it, I do think you should try not to use it where possible. So maybe I won't do a stream like that. It would be kind of fun, but it's also like, well, that's not. I'm not here to promote AI. I'm here to promote making cool stuff. Anyway, let's keep watching. But he's dead. He's fucking dead. Hang on.
Please state your name. No longer in need of that angel to make my experiments work.
Oh, no, next one. This one. What year is that? That can't be right, can it? 3033? So he was born in 1992, and then... Hang on. So it said that when he was 25, he got the Nobel Prize, and so 25 would be 2027, and then it said decades later he invented the Angel Engine. And so that would be, assuming it was 2 decades later, it would be 2047. So I guess they've been using the Angel Engine to, like, live for ages. Because otherwise, that wouldn't make sense otherwise, would it? No, it wouldn't make any sense. I guess he just wished to, like, live for, like, super long time. Huh. Okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense in universe. All right, part 10. No, don't do that. God is dead, but his angel remains. God is dead, but his angel remains. Oh, this guy is now a character. That's weird. It's a little homoerotic, don't you think? He had it all. Intelligence, looks, fame. Like a Promethean titan, Dr. Jeff Ernstman single-handedly catapulted man into a new age, an age of miracles. His invention, the Angel Engine, may well go down as the most important scientific advancement in the history of humanity. But in light of his tragic passing at the age of 41, many now question, what will happen to this fabulous machine? Is there a successor to the former Nobel laureate, one who can take the reins and see this project through to the end? Or will the Angel Engine soon become a relic of the past, too advanced for us to understand without the guidance of the good doctor himself? In search for answers, many point to one troubling detail. Jeff Ernstman remains, quite stubbornly, deceased. Might this be an indication of the worst-case scenario? Are the scientists left at the second Tower of Babel truly incapable of carrying on the great Ernstman's legacy? Well, yeah, because like he can bring people back to life, so why haven't they brought him back to life? Vepelier says that it is an AI error. I don't think the guy can be bad enough to miss that. Oh, hang on. I've got it set to live chat. Why didn't that come through? I just missed it. Never mind. Being claimed as 41 kind of mess. Yeah, what was that? Hang on. We have to look. Oh, okay. So I guess they just exaggerated when they said decades later then. He was only 41. Fat Finger the 3? Yeah. Whoops. There's been a few other spelling mistakes and whatnot throughout this, so yeah, it happens. It shouldn't though. It shouldn't though. That's your job as a creator. But honestly, look, most people who do analog horror are like kids and stuff, so we can cut them a little slack. Let's see. In an official, I guess it's official statement, Stephen Eckelbloom, the project's head spokesman, addressed the public directly, attempting to quench their thirst for answers. Since his passing, we attempted to bring Jeff back a multitude of times, but as it stands right now, the machine simply won't do it. As with all things, we believe this process may simply take some time. Nonetheless, the team and I are certain that eventually our dear friend will be brought back to us. Finally, Mr. Eckelbloom offered a more confident update on the fate of Ernstman's last invention. Tragically, Ernstman, who was attacked mere hours before the invention's grand unveiling, was robbed of the opportunity to reveal his newest creation to the public. As for Jeff's last invention before his passing, we have not forgotten about it. Far from it, in fact. We were able to move the grand unveiling to April 1st. The venue remains Solomon Hall. With the recent events unfolding, the whole world is looking to Beersheba for answers. What will happen on April 1st is anyone's guess. One thing is certain, however, although God may be dead, his angel remains. Is this a real drawing? Or is this actually, has he actually started, like, because the style is different between the faces, but the, look, the grid is too perfect. AI wouldn't be able to, maybe. AI might not be able to do this. There are some issues, but I don't think they're AI issues. I think someone actually drew this suit. Unless AI is good enough to do that, and I just got rused. It is pretty tacky. Like, it doesn't look good, but I don't think AI did this suit. I think what they did was they got AI to do the outline, and then someone actually filled that in. Because it's too perfect. AI wouldn't be able to do that. Wow. They are growing. His arm is broken. Is it? The hand? The left hand? Hand in the pocket being the same color as the suit. Yeah, but AI would fuck up the grid, though, is the thing. I guess this is kind of weird. Maybe AI can do grids now. I don't know. I think this is an AI picture that someone edited, is what I think happened there. Because that's definitely AI, 100%. This one is probably AI as well. Anyway, don't care enough. Let's go. Next one. Watch anyway. Here we go.
Is risen.
He's risen.
He is not here. Death is
No.
no longer no.
No longer no.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We at the Second Tower of Babel know how uncertain and ever-changing our world can be, and it is precisely for this reason that we wanted to take a moment to remind you all of the one constant that will never change. Over 2 millennia ago, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ defeated death and uncertainty to bestow upon us the most important gift of them all, life everlasting and forgiveness of our sins. I know many of you are still shaken due to the recent events surrounding our dear Dr. Jeff Ernstman and are wondering as to why we keep postponing the big reveal. The truth is, the good doctor's absence has grown quite palpable in our science laboratories, and we still find ourselves unable to operate his latest invention. But do not dismay, for just like our Lord and Savior ultimately defeated death, we, at the Second Tower of Babel, believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that Dr. Jeff Ernstman will be triumphant as well. We will bring him back.
Okay.
In the meantime, we wish all of you a happy Easter, and always remember,
He will rise again.
They're making videos with the angel now. He's on the team. He's on the team. So obviously they're setting up for like a Jesus thing here, right? It's pretty obvious. That's a freebie. That's kind of a freebie with a series like this. So you know. Okay, next one. Oh lordy, what is that? Aren't you all scared of the hate you are getting for the unethical treatment of the angel? Yo tengo un angel que me protege de los envidiosos. I agree. I agree. I don't. I hope that's not something bad. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Oh, but if this person isn't a native English speaker, that would explain all the small issues in the grammar and the spelling in particular. So we can cut them a little slack with that. I have an angel who protects me from the envious. Ah, okay. Do you think they're forcing him to read a script, or is the poor angel's mind already broken? I think the angel is just repeating those words because it's coming up to Easter. So they sort of knew it was going to happen, right? He will rise. You know? So the angel is just sitting there muttering, he will rise, he will rise. And they're like, yeah. Let's just script around that, which is kind of funny, I think. Okay, this is pretty funny. It's kind of funny. Let's build a second tower that goes in the sky. Yeah, they're going full Satan, but still decided to name it the Second Tower of Babel. It's kind of hard to know exactly what they're doing. I feel like they're kind of going full Satan, just in a roundabout way. I guess we'll find out. Okay. Oh, that's creepy. We like eyes here. Oh, hang on.
Ha ha ha. Why the shocked faces? You didn't really think I'd miss my own invention's big unveiling, did you?
He returned! He returned, guys! He returned! Yo! No way! No! He returned! No!
Now, without further ado, let me present to you my blessing upon this world. The world's first artificially created angel.
Oh, artificial angel. That's kind of a cool twist.
would you be so kind and tell the audience your name?
Barakiel.
Barakiel. Oh, don't.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am standing here outside the walls of Eshel Prison, where mere hours
Eshel.
ago, authorities have reportedly found the deceased body of Jensen Goldstein, also known as the Solomon Hall shooter. Goldstein had been housed in the maximum security.
What is Eshel? Eshel is a non-profit organization in the United States and Canada that creates community and acceptance for LGBTQ Jews and their families and Orthodox Jewish communities. What does that mean? I don't think that's the one it's referring to. Eshel definition means a tamarisk tree or a grove of trees. Tamarisk tree holds symbolic significance representing stability, resilience, and hospitality. Concept of an inn or place of lodging. Okay. Well, that makes sense for a prison name, I guess. Huh. Okay.
Shooter, deceased body of Jensen Goldstein, where mere hours ago, authorities have reportedly found the deceased body of Jensen Goldstein,
Jensen
also
Goldstein.
known as the Solomon Hall shooter.
Solomon Hall shooter.
Goldstein had been housed in the maximum security facility after he became the prime suspect in the assassination of Dr. Jeff Ernstmann.
Yeah, we saw that. We did see that. This was that dude. I thought it was a chick. Well,
though the cause for the suspect's sudden passing remains yet to be confirmed, whispers claim the death had been of
hey, Starvala, how you doing?
inflicted nature. Coincidentally,
Goldstein KYS
days
themselves.
after Dr. Jeff Ernstmann's miraculous resurrection
Mm.
and return to the spotlight.
Spooky.
Why?
Why? Why hide? That's kind of creepy. That was kind of creepy. I like. We're finally getting to stuff that I kind of like. I kind of like that.
And return to the spotlight.
That was good. That was actually good. So you can see that's part of, like I said before, how creators will often grow a bit as they, as they work. And it's been a while since you started, like a few months at this point when you started doing this, and getting better and making stuff that's actually spookier. And even though it's obviously all AI art, he's even getting better at using the AI to make interesting looking things. So the series is definitely improving. No. Please, I hate these. I hate these things that are like using the generic music that TikTok gives you. It sucks. Stop doing it. Angel Engine wallpapers. Let's judge. These haven't been used in the thing yet, I'm pretty sure. The other ones, all the wallpapers were actually... Oh no, not all of them. Some of them were. I heard you fed art from Dr. Nowhere into AI without permission. What does that even mean? The law says something about the right to sue. I'm pretty sure that's the law. That's it. Is it just like missing some comments? Why is it? Is this like in reverse order or something? It's missing comments. That's really annoying. Well, did they? Like, I heard you. Like, that's a useless comment. That's what I don't like about this sort of stuff. It becomes a witch hunt. Someone will say, "Oh, you did this," and then people go, "Well, this is a fact, right? I'm just going to repeat it." But they'll repeat it in a way that is like deniable. It's like, "Oh, I heard you did this." Like, did you? Did you really? Did it come from a reliable source? If so, then post that source. If it didn't, then don't post it. Like, maybe you did. I don't know. It's very annoying. Very annoying when people do this. TikTok's my favorite angels. Yo, except Dr. Ernstmann. Forgot his name, but fuck that guy. We're watching. He just died and then he came back, so we're watching him. Is it really? It's not just. There's no way it's just Dr. Nowhere. So what is likely is that whatever AI used, if this is even true, it's likely that Midjourney or whatever trained off of a data set that included Dr. Nowhere's art, is what I would think. If this is even true, that was probably how it happened. And so it's like, I heard you fed art from Dr. Nowhere into AI without permission. Like, that doesn't mean anything. Like, that's not how it works. You can't just say, hey, Grok, feed all of Dr. Nowhere's art into here and make me something based on it. Like, that's just not how it works, you know? And it's very frustrating when people say these things, because it makes it harder to have a real discussion about AI, about, you know, its negatives, its positives and negatives. It makes it harder to make a conversation about that when people are just repeating nonsense that is almost certainly not true. Because that's just not how it works, as far as I'm aware, you know? Maybe you did, maybe there is some way to do that, but I'm not aware of how you could possibly do that. And there are real criticisms about this, you know, but that doesn't seem like one of them. So, oh well, pick up a pencil. Commission an artist. I think at this stage, yeah, I would be, any money I'd be making for it, I would be pumping back into artists. What happened to hiring an artist? Oh, apparently they were gonna, where was it? Here. No? Here. Apparently they were gonna hire an artist. He did, but the artist was racist and sold some of the drawings for Angel Engine with every artist's permission. Oh man, the only way the situation could get worse. That's so funny. Oh, that's really, really funny. That's really funny. And there's people trying to have like a real discussion of what's happening in the law here. That's great. That's great. Much as I despise AI, got to make sure not to overestimate or underestimate what it can do. Exactly. And there's no point diluting the arguments with nonsense or stuff that you've apparently only heard vague information about. It just makes the whole conversation really annoying for everybody else, you know? So, if you're not sure about something, either be very, very clear or don't say anything at all, okay? That's why I preface comments that I don't know, where I'm not sure about something. That's why I preface it so much by saying, I'm not sure about this, take it with a grain of salt, because I don't want to sit here and say, yes, I'm an authority on this thing that I know barely anything about. I don't want to be a person like that. I find it very frustrating when people are like that, so. At least the creator is deciding what's going on with the story despite the visual. Yeah, so this isn't 100% AI. It would, and I don't think AI is going to get at that level for a long time. People are trying, don't get me wrong, they're trying. But at the moment, there's basically no process where you can say, punch in, make me a creepy story series for TikTok videos, and then it just spits out videos and uploads them for you, right? That doesn't happen. There's nothing like that at the moment. You still need humans in the driving seat at the moment. Who knows? Maybe we'll get it soon, but we don't have it yet. So, watch. Oh, hello. This is spooky.
To awaken your angel engine. Step 1.
We're back to the classics.
Your main frame. Step
Oops.
2. Prepare yourself
Oh, okay.
for what is about to commence. Step 3.
Blade!
Blade.
Awaken the machine's hunger.
Whoa, awaken.
Jeff, did you hear me? Jeff?
We okay, Jeff?
How was it, being dead and all?
Fuck you.
Sorry, what was that, Jeff?
I said fuck you. Now turn off that camera.
He's great. He's great. I love him.
Got me there.
I am not joking. Turn it off.
I don't quite understand.
He's an angry fellow.
You do know we are live, right? What are you doing? Stop it.
Oh, we got jump scared by an angel. Jump scared by an angel. How to reckon creativity? Stop using AI. Stop watching it. These people come onto every video, watch it, comment. Give it interaction. If you don't like something, it's quite simple. If you don't like a creator, the best thing you can do, unless you have like some information that can cancel them, of course, that's different. But the best thing you can do is to mute or block them and to never, ever, 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 ever interact with their stuff. That's the best thing you can do, right? So just stop watching. You can't sink a creator with just a comment like this because you don't like them. You can't. It's not going to work. You can't do it. You can't do it. If enough people like him, and again, it's not like, so it's not like the situation with like Illuminati where they're a genuinely bad person and the public perception has shifted and nobody likes them, right? And so every comment is bagging them out. That's a different situation. In a situation like this, when there's obviously a lot of people that like watching them, still, even though they know it's AI and it's obvious, and he doesn't hide it, like he doesn't even pretend it's not AI. Just don't leave a comment like this. Just don't do it. All you're going to do is get likes for yourself, which just translates to more juice in the algo for this video. So just stop. Bad press, exactly. Bad press is still giving it press. There is like a maximum amount where it actually will affect them, but just doing it here like this is not gonna hurt them whatsoever. So just don't. Right. So if theoretically you didn't like my streams or my content, the best thing you can do is to never interact with it. Don't even dislike it. If you dislike it, that still juices it in the algo. Don't even do that. Don't comment. Don't interact with it. Nothing. People, I don't know. I don't understand how people still don't get it. I just don't understand how they don't get it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, let's keep watching.
Listen to me. You are in great danger.
Are we?
Have traversed the gulf of time to bring you this message. He is not I. You do not possess the means to restrain him. He will break free. He will destroy you. Do not let him in.
Okay.
Are we back?
Yeah.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We have encountered some technical issues, but I believe the problem has been resolved now. They call...
Are the voices AI too? Yes. The voices are, as far as I'm aware, AI too. They're pretty good though. They're not. You can still tell, but they're a lot better than they used to be. They used to be like even like a year or two ago. They were so bad. I love it when I go to work at my science laboratory. That is like the evil demon tower in the middle of the desert. That's what I love. It's great. Human rights. Cats have more rights than the poor Asia. That's true. Angels deserve human rights. Oh, Gabriel, now dawns thy reckoning. So true. Something funny happened on Instagram. Accounts of the guys behind Angel Engine and Dr. Nowhere. Apparently Dr. Nowhere, creator of the board one, wanted to make something similar, but he saw this. Oh, okay. So they had a little bit of a beef, did they? Well, that's actually kind of a similar... It's not too dissimilar with the board one story, is it? You know, or heaven and, you know, fake angels and whatnot. So I can see some kind of similar, tangential, you know, parallel evolution, you might say. Convergent evolution, maybe, even. I can see that.
They call it the Second Tower of Babel, but will the mega complex standing behind me really spell doom for humanity, or will it catapult our species into the future? The testing ground, housing a total of 200,000 workers, has been erected here in the Negev Desert, with the goal of testing a new state-of-the-art technology scientists have dubbed the Angel Engine.
This is some really amazing stuff.
Oh, so this is like in the
Not only has
past.
Technology solved essentially all our energy problems, but we are now very...
What? Broadcast? Please check out my backup again. Is this like not in the right order? Why is this not in the right order? Hang on. Okay, 5 was missing for some reason. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Okay, well I guess we're just watching this. This one's super out of sync then. Okay, so we're like halfway through, I guess. A little over halfway through. Okay. Yeah. Whoops. 5 is on YouTube. I couldn't find any of the ones on YouTube. Why do you need a backup account on TikTok? Why would you need that? Anyway.
Very close to cracking the process behind the production of artificial miracles. It might be too early to tell at this moment, but if we figure it out, this may very well be the greatest invention in the history of mankind.
Says the project's director, Dr. Jeff Ernstman. It is clear that such a technology, if used correctly, could do much good in the world. But in recent weeks, millions of people have flocked online to voice their concern and disapproval as reports suggest an actual sentient angel had been trapped inside the machine.
I would disagree with that too, actually.
An exclusive interview with Dr. Ernstman, hoping to find out more about this miracle machine and its maker.
Listen to me. You
Okay. People couldn't mass report if he gets into drama. That makes sense. Yeah, actually, that makes sense. People, they say every website is like, no, we don't do automatic report, like automatic bans or whatever. We don't do that. But then if you get mass reported, you'll just get banned no matter what. That's just how it works. It's unless you're big enough. It's pretty bullshit. It's pretty bullshit. Oh, no, stop that. On more wallpapers. I don't care about wallpapers. What's this? Oh no, we're not. No, I can't listen to that. So I'll get fucking pinged.
I see.
Wait, is this an actual video? Is this an actual? Here we go.
I see your spirit. I see your flesh.
Stop that. Okay, we're back here. Haven't we seen this one? No, okay, we haven't seen this one. May 6th, 2033, Beersheba, Israel. Over a month ago, Dr. Jeff Ernstman was declared dead after falling victim to a terrible assassination ploy. But now he is returned, presenting to the world his newest and biggest invention yet, an artificial angel named Barakiel. What was that music? That's Where's Your Head At? It's a banger. Doesn't the series have an actual artist working for it now? I don't know. So far it's been AI. Somebody said he did have an artist, but they turned out to be racist and selling the art that he shouldn't be selling. So we had to get rid of them. And I don't know if he does have one now. So, the third episode of Digital Circus. What happened in the third episode of Digital Circus? I watched it. I watched it all recently. Was that the one with the? Wasn't that the one where they go to hell? I don't. What does that have? You'll have to tell me what that has to do with this premise. With previous attempts to resurrecting the brilliant scientist having gone fruitless, much of the public have been left wondering about the exact circumstances which facilitated his sudden return. Now, Jeff is back, and doing what he loves best, making headlines. After his unannounced return sent shockwaves through the scientific community, the world's most famous man made an appearance on The Barry Donovan Show, aiming to dispel rumours and set the record straight. The interview started off like on a composed note, but was probably cut short after Donovan posed a simple question to the world-renowned scientist. How was it? Being dead. This seemingly harmless question was all it took to send Jeff Ernstman into a frenzied state of fury at his interviewer and former friend. As the segment reached its boiling point, Dr. Ernstman demanded the cameras be turned off. After his request was denied, the man who returned from the dead took matters into his own hands, seemingly ordering his newly adopted artificial angel to destroy the camera, and in return, halting the program. Though the footage of the interview had surfaced soon after it was live on TV, it now appears the internet has been fully scrubbed of any recordings. Ernstman himself has not given any statement regarding the recent incident, but his colleague and compatriot, Stephen Eckelbloom, was quick to speak out about the recent event. Dr. Jeff Ernstman's recent actions were unacceptable, and we, at the Second Tower of Babel, want to apologise deeply to anyone who had witnessed his poor behaviour. Nonetheless, we hope you can understand and forgive our good friend. As you can imagine, having fallen victim to such a heinous assassination attempt, Jeff had been subjected to a lot of stress recently. But I can imagine he's under a lot of stress. He's like he was dead. Of course he was. Worry not, we at the Second Tower of Babel work closely with him to help him get better. If there's one person on planet Earth which can make it through such an adversity, it is my dear friend, Dr. Jeff Ernstman. The head spokesman of the Second Tower of Babel shared on the institution's official website. With uncertainty lingering, one may only wonder, is he who returns still the same brilliant scientist, or is what remains a mere shell of his former self? Yep, and Pomni and the king get tricked into trying to kill a demon that's actually an angel that the man killed and thus condemned him to hell. That's true. That was pretty cool. That was actually scary, that episode. That was like the art was really good. Okay.
Mr. Ernstman.
That's kind of cool.
I'm really trying here, Jeff, but you have to let me in first. No one can help you unless you want to be helped.
You have no idea, Stephen. You can't help me. You can't help yourself. You can't help anyone. Now, my eternal rest is no more. Now, my mortal wound spreads.
Ugh.
Now, Babylon has fallen. Now, I am.
A voice was heard in Rama. Do not listen.
Lamentation and bitter weeping. Rachel weeping for her children.
Refused to be
Chainsaw Man influence, I can see that. Yeah.
for her children because
They
Were
no
more.
So are there 3 angels?
of God
Ah.
won't you end my suffering.
Okay. Okay, so
But you have to. Can't help me. My mortal wound spreads. Babylon has fallen. Now, I am.
no. No.
I am.
Okay, got it. Okay, listen carefully. Okay, so this is the emergency thing that showed up earlier, right? So I guess this is the timeline. He builds the angel engine, he gets shot, and then he builds the artificial angel, then he gets shot, and then he comes back and he reveals it. And then the artificial angel causes the apocalypse. And then, after that,
Bitter
you've got the hero wandering around and he finds the angel engine.
To be comforted
That has this angel, the flathead angel, strapped to it.
for her
So you have the flathead angel, you have the artificial angel,
were
no
and I think then you have Uriel.
kind man of God. Won't you end my suffering?
I think there is 3 angels. I think that was the point of this scene, is to show that yes, there are three angels. So that's the fake one.
Weeping.
This one might be Uriel in the future. I thought the flat one... Oh, yeah, so this might be... But see, it's suffering. So the angel engine itself is sentient. So I wonder if that's like another... I wonder if that's like another angel. Because this is Uriel here. Right? I think.
They were no more.
Kind man of God.
But yeah, I thought this was the angel engine, but maybe it's... Maybe it is an angel as well. I don't know. It's kind of I'm kind of getting confused here, guys. We'll have to watch an Angel Engine 2004 explained, I think. Anyway, maybe we're getting explained right now.
Where is Jeff?
Oh, yeah. So that's Uriel in the Angel Engine there, and this is the new. What was the new one? What was the new one called? I've forgotten what the new one's called.
What are you doing?
You want to know what I'm doing? I'm playing Block Blast. Is what I'm doing. Now be quiet. I'm trying to break my record.
Is this an ad? Is this an ad?
Okay.
Block Blast, you say? Can I play too?
No way. No way.
Right now, I have to break my record.
Heracule, that's it. This is an ad, isn't it?
Are you winning?
Is it lore as well? It's a real game, yeah.
Tell you what, this does look like quite the nifty game.
This is so funny.
I know, right? It's the only reason I've been able to stay sane in here. Download Block
The angel's like, can I play? That's so funny. Oh man, this is great. Oh, all is forgiven. I'm sorry. That's the funniest thing I've seen in like weeks. Oh man.
Do you want to get zapped again? Thought so.
Oh, look, I'm willing to forgive a lot for a bit that good. That was a really good bit. Man, he would have been paid so much for that too. That's so good. Get your bag, King. Get your bag, King. Yes, you, Angel Engine guy. Get your bag. Wow. Amazing. There's no shows, but they started advertising cigarettes, yeah. Oh, man. This is all canon, by the way. Dr. Jeff Ernstman loves playing Block Blast, so, yeah.
How bad's the pain from 1 to 10?
10.
Good.
Good.
This one's good to go. What do you say?
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. In the last weeks, whispers of a new invention at the hands of Dr. Jeff Ernstman and the Second Tower of Babel have made...
Do you have any games on your phone? Yes, I do. But get inside the box.
...the rounds. Soldiers of steel, imbued with energy from the Angel Engine, dubbed the Angel Core.
Angel Core, let's go.
Today, these whispers are no longer mere rumors. Joining me is Stephen Eckelbloom in an exclusive interview about the Tower's newest invention. Thank you for joining us today.
He has gotten a lot better at using this AI, hasn't he?
It's a pleasure to be here, Russell. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, one such machine is standing behind us at this very moment. What can you tell us about this new...
He must have been doing that thing we were talking about before, the Laura's or whatever it was called, where he actually like had character designs and told it to like, hey, use this and then put it into a different pose because it's... Or he's got an artist to fill in the blanks, right? Because it's looking a lot better. A lot more consistent than it was before.
New project, Mr. Eckelbloom.
As you may know, we at the Second Tower of Babel work hard each and every day
to create a society without problems, where each and every person can live in harmony. Yet our world is an enormous place.
Whoa, what is
and
it
there are
doing?
too many... Oh, don't worry about it. There are too many problems in it at any one time for one single machine to solve.
I don't know.
These robots function, in a sense, as a smaller, more portable version of the Angel engine, designed for field deployment. If the Angel engine is already occupied, or its use is simply deemed unreasonable for certain, smaller problems, these machines can jump in and take its place.
Yeah, the Pokemon, at this point, you could just, like, surely this guy would know about, like the AI music things. So I don't know why he's using the same music each time. It is a bit a little much, isn't it?
Ow, that hurts. What is going on?
Oh.
Get him off me. Now. It should not be doing that. Turn off the camera. Turn it off now.
Oh. What? Our reporter's dead. What? I kind of like that guy.
How bad's the pain from 1 to 10?
Yeah, oh. I liked him.
10.
Oh well.
2.
Today's special report, National News remembers our dear colleague and friend,
Aw.
Russell Westbrook.
Oh, I like Russell Westbrook.
Last week during what was supposed to be a routine interview for this very format. Dramatic scenes in Rome as
He skeletonized that guy in seconds. Yeah,
outside
dude.
the latest G20 summit, things heat up drastically inside the venue. Reports suggest physical altercations between numerous heads of states. Our correspondent, Tina Clark, is at the scene right now with the latest news.
Thank you, Terry. Reports are still unclear, but it appears the scuffle broke out during a panel discussing control over the...
This looks like art. This looks like real art,
with
not
7
AI
world
art.
leaders allegedly having taken part in the altercation. We are currently waiting for the specific details to surface. In the meantime, I would like to draw attention to the crowd behind me. As you can see, thousands have gathered here in protest of the Angel engine, demanding stricter regulations regarding its usage and the development of new technologies.
Good luck.
to Dr.
Good luck.
Miracle.
Good luck. Stop. You stop the fucking guy who has a wish machine and unkillable angels that can skeletonize you in seconds just by touching you. Yeah, good luck. You guys go stop him.
Among other reasons, the untimely passing of our dear friend and colleague Russell Westbrook seems to have been a prime catalyst for this mass uprising. With the hashtag Justice for Russell,
Did they get his
having
name wrong?
amassed over 20 million posts in its first few days.
His name is Westbrook.
Public outrage surged even higher after the host nation, Italy, revealed it will be employing the Angel engine core, the very technology that ended the life of our friend as
That's a lot of angels, isn't it?
at the G20 summit.
Please get back. Don't do it.
What is going on?
Today's special report, National News remembers our dear
Angel
colleague
Engine
and
lost the
friend,
plot. It's fallen off. 23k likes. What's wrong with the plot? Everything I fear. There is a robot army. That's a lot of and they're like powered by like god energy, angel energy. That's pretty scary. Let's keep watching. So that was episode 16. How many do we have left now? 16. Oh, only one real episode to go, and then Angel Engine merch. Oh, the merch is like brand new. Okay. That's the angel. That was kind of a cool shot.
Afraid I have come to help you.
What are you talking about? All this was your idea.
I don't give a damn. I'm not doing any more of these ads.
Are you slow? We've got contracts to fulfill.
I spit on your stupid contracts.
You listen here,
Base.
Earthman.
Me help.
Shut.
You are the salt of the earth.
don't believe for a second that this is an angel. I have information from inside the tower. I know about the interns going missing, about the inhuman experiments, and I will prove it to you soon. They are housing the Antichrist.
What do you reckon, Chad? Is it the Antichrist? It might be. It might be.
Show, ladies and gentlemen, with the recent controversies surrounding Dr. Jeff Ernstman, Stephen Eckelblum, and the Second Tower of Babel, many have begun questioning their true intentions. Critics have multiplied, and each day their voices become louder and louder. As the founder of the Yellowcoats, the largest anti-angel engine movement in the world, today's guest has become somewhat of a celebrity amongst these critics. Please welcome Jamie Dubois. First of, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
In recent weeks, you have made quite the headlines, particularly due to your movement's signature yellow raincoat uniform, causing many news outlets to accuse you of championing Jensen Goldstein, the would-be assassin of Dr. Jeff Ernstman. What do you want to say to this?
Jensen is a hero.
Wow.
That's what I
That's
think
hardcore.
about that. He died in the service of humanity, and we should all aspire to have the guts to pull something like that off. If everybody was ready to lay down their life for the truth, we wouldn't be in this situation. And while we are on the topic of dying, I am 100% certain he did not kill.
This is a special bulletin brought to you by National News. Please listen carefully.
Please listen carefully.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have just received word from the Second Tower of Babel.
The second tower. The second tower was hit. No. No. No.
Director of the Angel Engine Initiative has been declared missing.
Oh.
He was last seen on July 1st. Any attempts of
That's not
locating
good.
him since then have been fruitless. Authorities are now asking you, the public, for help in locating Dr. Ernstman. If you have any information that may be of use, please be sure to submit it under www.angelengineinitiative.org/find-Ernstman.
Well, we should type that in, shouldn't we? Hang on. Let me punch it in here. Angel Engine Initiative.org/find Ernstman. Oh yeah. Here we go. Been missing since July 1st. Possessing information may help him locate Dr. Ernstman. Please enter it in the field below. This is, look, I'm not going to lie. This is a clever way of getting people to sign up for your mailing list. Don't know if anything came out of the original ARG site. It didn't seem so. People were like saying like I haven't received an email yet. So.
But if salt has lost its taste, how shall it become salty again?
That's actually, I'm positive that's actually a quote from the Bible too. Hang on, we need to find that. If salt has lost its flavor. Yeah, Matthew 5:13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its savour, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under the foot of men. Basically saying that like you're important, but if you're not useful, you are going to be thrown out. Okay.
Please help us.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stephen Eckelblum. and I
Hello,
am
Steve.
the spokesperson of the Second Tower of Babel. As most of you may know by now, our brilliant director, Dr. Jeff Ernstman, has gone missing without a trace, and we have been working around the clock to locate him and bring him back home safely. However, these efforts have grown rather expensive, hence why we are turning to you for help, dear viewer. If you want to see Dr. Ernstman's save return just as much as we do, please consider supporting our cause by ordering our Angel Engine merchandise. All you have to do is head to www.unearthlystore.com.
That's kind of funny. He got an artist now, apparently. No more AI. Starting next episode, or the one after the next one, it will be all hand-drawn. The episode is already in production, but I may post one last AI episode before that one. Okay. Interesting. Will the audio be AI? That's a good question. Did he answer that? I don't think he's answered that. But this is the way to go about it, I think. Is once you actually start building up, building up a bit of buzz, people watching it, and especially if you have money coming in. That's the thing, right? It's expensive. It can be really expensive, especially artists won't do it for free. Maybe you'll get some voice actors to do it for free. Maybe. But artists, no shot. If you need any sort of quality, you're not getting one for free. It's just not happening. But when you've actually got like merch coming out and you're making a bit of money and then you roll that back in, you start hiring artists and whatnot, that's the way to go about it. So no, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it in my opinion. Oops. Making it out of the tower with this one. That's funny. I am asking what the boy's name is trying to save Uriel. You'll see soon. The boy will get a lot of screen time very soon. Was this like really like? Did this like just come out? Like 8 hours ago. Yeah. Okay. So we actually just caught this. What are the views like? I wonder. Let's see. How are the views going? So 6, 10, 7. That's the original one, so that kind of doesn't count. Part 4, 30 million. That's big. That popped off, didn't it? 7, 9, another 30. That was a big one. 3. Oh, that's a favorite. I'm going to count. 10 million. Is it declining though? Someone said it was declining. 4 million for the full episodes. 4 million. 3. 2. 14 for Angel Core. That one popped off. Golly. Goodness gracious. Those are some big numbers. 4 million. You're the Salty Earth. When did that one come out, actually? 2 days ago. Interesting. I don't know what the trend is on. I imagine it takes a few days to actually take, you probably shouldn't judge numbers until like, at least on YouTube, it's hard to judge numbers properly until like the 7-day mark. After the 7-day mark, you can start to get a good handle on how well a video is going to do. After a month, that's sort of like the point where you can really solidly judge. It's very rare to get a big spike in views after a month. After a week, it's very uncommon, but after a month, definitely, it's very, very rare to get a big spike of views. So that's when you can say this is how well the video has done. Has been like a month, right? I don't know. I imagine it's something similar on TikTok. I don't really know specifically though. I used to upload TikToks, but on my clips, but I stopped really clipping, so I don't really upload onto TikTok anymore. But I would imagine that you wouldn't really judge it until like a week or two later, like how long is this one? When did this one come out? 6:20. There's a long time between episodes, isn't there? Like a couple of weeks for like a TikTok. I would have thought that it wouldn't take that long, but hopefully the merch helps paying the artist. Yeah, that should be good. Art is hard. It is hard. It is, And even when you say like just pay an artist, it's like, well, that's a lot of work. That means a lot of money and a lot of time. So that's just how it is, Thanks for introducing me to the Labyrinth of the Demigod. I'm very, very glad that people got introduced to it through my video, because I want more people to play it. Because it's my definitely my indie game of the year so far. I don't know about my game of the year full, and of course, obviously the year's not even over yet, but yeah, it's my indie game of the year so far. I really like it. But yeah, so what do you guys think about Angel Engine? I think it has some interesting ideas. I can see why it is controversial, because it's really unashamed about using AI. But it is good that he's turning it around and putting that money back in. So that's really good to see. That's really good. It's just really, really funny that he got a Block Blast sponsorship. That's so funny. I've never seen that before. I've actually never seen an analog horror series with a sponsorship like that. The most I've seen is like they have plushies or their own merch, right? But like a Block Blast, that is fucking hilarious. I love it. That's so good. Has a lot of potential. Yeah. I would agree. I want to see where it goes. I want to see how it's going to handle the transition to an artist. I think that's going to be a big deal, and if you got the wrong artist, that would break the series entirely, because analog horror relies a lot on vibes. What is it? Hype moments and aura. And the AI was actually really good at capturing a nice aura. A really creepy aura. That's going to be really hard to capture for an artist. So it'll be really, really interesting to see if an artist can actually do that. So it'll be worth checking back in with this and see if they manage to. I don't know. You know, I'm not sure if they'll be able to be perfectly honest. Like, it's not hard. It's not easy. So I guess we'll see. What did this guy used to do? A lot of that other AI stuff. So movies as Ghibli style. Doing it for a while, huh? Dunwich Horror. Anime. More realistic stuff. When? So that's no... Did he, like, make a whole bunch of fake anime? It's kind of neat. I think you can make some fun stuff with AI. Would it be better if it was actually drawn by a person? Sure. Anyway. It's the most popular. Let's see. Angel, this one. This one was the most popular? Huh. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I liked it more than I expected, to be honest. Because a lot of people are saying it was just AI slop, but there was a bit of AI slop. There was a bit sloppy, but I've seen worse. I've seen worse analog horror than this, that's for sure. Yeah. And I'm particularly interested in how he's going to go with actually getting a real artist in there. That'll be something to really watch. If that bombs, I think you will see people being very careful about transitioning to an actual artist from using AI, which will be bad for everybody. So I hope he gets it right. I really do. And just for his own series, you know, because I would hate to see the series get, you know, bombed because, you know, the artist wasn't good enough or something like that. So, but that's a direction issue, you know. It's a director. As a director, it's entirely in your hands. So, Slop doesn't have this much work put into it. No, there is a lot of effort. So even from the start, you can tell there was a lot of effort put into it, which helps the case. You know, it's clear that, especially as it went on, it's clear that he cares a lot about the series and trying to make it as good as he can. At the start, it was a bit iffy, but as it went on, especially when he started animating it and whatnot, then you could tell a lot of care was being put into it. So, and that's exactly what you want to see. That will save AI generated stuff from being sloppy. But that's what I was talking about, was the expertise behind it. You know, when you're a painter, like going back to the painter and the camera analogy again, not like you're a good painter, but there's a lot of expertise and a lot of you know why you choose to do certain things. And then if someone comes along with a camera and just takes a picture and says, "See, look, it's as good as yours," it's not, because they don't have that groundwork of understanding why certain choices were made, right? And that's been the problem with AI, is they don't understand why certain choices are being made because they don't put the legwork in and whatever. But as he's putting more and more work in, you can see it's generally getting better and better because of that. So, it's easy to say get an artist, but who's going to pay them? AI is for people who don't have the time to put out their ideas. Yeah, look, that's the thing, right? That's why I cut people a fair bit of slack when it comes to AI, because, you know, their budget is their time. That's all they've got. And you can say, well, pick up a pencil. It's like, well, or I could just put out this thing really quickly and get this idea out there, and if people like it, then I can try and make some money from it and then hire an actual artist, you know. It's easier said than done. I do think people should try to, as much as possible, to learn how to do these things themselves, right? So, oh, what a weeb! Yeah. We hate weebs here, don't we, guys? Don't we, chat? We hate weebs here. Imagine watching anime. I use AI to generate sketches. Look, I think there's definitely lots of use for AI. I don't think that blindly hating it is smart. I don't think that, and using bad arguments is really bad too. Like where there's those fucking dumb arguments where people are like, oh, it's getting rid of all the water. It's like, are you people like stupid? Like, it's a stupid argument. And when you make a stupid argument against something, you're arguing for it then, aren't you? You know? Like, you know, it's just, hopefully we find a way to live with that. We will. We absolutely will. There's going to be some teething issues for sure, but in the long term, we will definitely find a way to work with it. Absolutely. While he's been doing this, has he been doing anything else, I wonder? I think it's just been Angel Engine for a while. Yeah, after he hit Angel Engine, he was like, yeah, we're doing it. So he dropped... Stop that. Stop that. Go away. Go away. Can I see the description, please? Where is the description here? Okay. Why was that different? That's so bizarre. 114, and Angel Engine was 115 the day after. That's part 2. When was part 1? Here? Part 1. How to cage an angel. How many views does that have? Can you show me? Yeah, okay. Well, no, it doesn't show views, does it? 400k. So it looks like it pivoted pretty quick. Yeah, and that was the right decision. All right. I'm gonna fall like the red dude from Funga. Yeah, it happens a lot. All right, guys, we might wrap up here for today then. Sorry this is a bit of a shorter stream, and sorry it's been so late, but yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Let's finish off the video first, huh? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Whoop, get real. Whoop, get real. Whoop. Thank you guys very much for watching. You've been watching Mythonix Live, hosted by Morday Duke, and remember, you're never alone in the dark. Ooh, spooky.